Welcome to another Tech Tuesday, the first of 2018. With a new year and semester upon us, I felt this was a good time to look at some ways that we could get the new semester started off right. We all know that students have a lot going on, and sometimes they need a little bit more help looking at due dates and paying attention to when those dates are, and just overall needing some extra help to keep everything organized. So with the new semester coming, this is a perfect opportunity to reacquaint students to two calendar tools to help them stay on top of everything. The calendar in Canvas allows students to see all course assignments and events in one place. Calendars can be filtered by selecting or deselecting courses in the sidebar on the right. The calendar page will display up to 10 calendars at any given time. Courses starred as a favorite will be listed at the top of the user's calendar list. They can also use the scroll bar to view the others. Students can view the calendar by week, month, or as an agenda view. The agenda view might be a good option for some students, as this view appears more as a list. Students can create their own events or reminders too by clicking the Add button at the top of the page and then adding a title, date, time, and location. They can also choose which calendar to have it show up on. For personal events or reminders, they will most likely want to display it on the calendar with their name. If students need to add more information, such as a link, they can click on More Options and then see the Rich Text Editor field to add more details. However, some students may feel more comfortable using the calendar in Google. Since we have Google for Education and every student has a Google account, they may also prefer to use Google Calendar. And a great feature is that students can import their Canvas calendar into other calendars such as Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, Outlook, or Yahoo. I'll leave a link to directions for how students can do this in the description for the video below, and also in my email to staff, which you can then post to Canvas for students to use later. Google Calendar is another great option to help keep students in the know and functions very similar to the calendar in Canvas. Now, you'll notice that I have a big message here that says Google Calendar is getting an upgrade soon. And actually that's already happened for some people. They've been given the option to see what the upgrade looks like. And you could do that, you could upgrade now, but realize that at some point Google is going to force you to go to the new calendar. And I know seeing an update from Google could be a little nerve-wracking, but don't worry about this one. It's really just kind of a more aesthetic appeal as to what they've changed. So I can actually give you a look at what my personal calendar is. Both Chris Koenig and I updated earlier to see what the calendar would look like. And you can see this is my school calendar. So I'm just gonna hit dismiss here for a second. So you can see what this looks like, and I'll give you the same view. This is what the month view looks like. This is actually the one that I prefer to use. And then if I go to my personal calendar, you'll see that there's really not a lot of differences going on here. But do realize that Google will eventually force you to go to the new calendar, so it's really up to you if you want to go to the new one or not. If you dismiss that message and then decide later that you want to use it, just click on the blue button right here that says Use the New Calendar. Now, in either case, students can view the calendar by either day, week, month. In the new calendar, you actually get 5 days instead of 4 days. So here it would give me the next upcoming 4 days, or in the new calendar, I would get 5 days. Or as an agenda, which is also very similar to Canvas. To add new events, students would click on Create, and then they can go through and add in the title of the event, the date, times, the location. Then you can also do a notification. You can either do it by email or have a notification that will actually pop up on your screen and say exactly when you want the notification to come up. If you're in the new version, Instead of having that red create button, you're going to have a red circle with a plus sign down here where you can create an event, and then add in the event title, date, time, location, and other information. You can also just click on a date and a pop-up screen will come up, and you can add in the information for the event that way. And if you need to add in more information, you can just click on more options and it'll take you back to this main screen. Or if you're in one of the other views, like the day or the week view, you can actually click and drag for the time period that you want for the event. So if it was something from like 1 to 3, you could just click and drag those time periods to be able to put in the time for that event. If a student wants to add a reminder, they would add it like an event. You would click on the date or the time period that you want the reminder for, and instead of clicking on event, you'll click on reminder. This is how it would look in the old version, and in the new version it would look very similar. Again, just click on reminder, then add in the title, date, if it were to repeat for all day, or if you wanted to set a time period for that reminder. And the great thing about the reminders in Google Calendar is that it will keep going until you actually click to say that you've done it. So if this was a reminder that I wanted to set for today, but I didn't actually click on it to say I've completed it, tomorrow it would show up on my calendar again, and so on until I actually click to complete it. One thing to keep in mind with the Canvas calendar is you should list assignments, project due dates, and homework for students so that it's on the calendar, even if you're not having them submit online. Go ahead, when you create the assignment, under submission type, choose no submission, and it'll still be listed on the calendar for students. If you have any questions about using either one of these calendars, please contact me. I'd be happy to help. This episode's App Spotlight also focuses on an organization idea. Save to Google Drive is a Chrome extension that allows you to save web content, sites, and pictures to Google Drive right from the page that you're on. This can be particularly helpful when curating resources for an upcoming lesson or helping students save resources for a project. In the Chrome Web Store, search for Save to Google Drive. And then you'll click on Add to Chrome, and a little icon will show up in your Chrome web browser. So when I want to save something, all I have to do is click on the icon for Save to Google Drive. It'll come up and I'll choose the account that I want. And click Allow. And then you'll see that it has been saved. Same thing with images. I can right click and actually click on Save to Google Drive, and I can say I want to save the image to Google Drive, and then it will automatically add it to my Google Drive. So everything can be organized easily into one place.